So now after looking at the GUI of this application, let's scroll to the top and look at the camera related code or see how we are switching between cameras here. So firstly let's start with this init state method, because this method will be executed first when our screen will be visible, and inside it we are calling this initialize camera method, and in this method we are initializing this camera controller. So as you know that in this application we are displaying the live camera footage with the help of camera package, and to display the live camera footage using this package we need to declare and initialize a camera controller, and in the constructor of this controller we need to choose the camera which we want to display, and then we can choose the camera quality. So there you can see for now we are keeping the footage quality to medium, and here we are choosing the camera like the front camera or the back camera with the help of this description variable. So this is actually a camera description variable and we have initialized it here, and for now we have chosen the front camera by default. Similarly, if you will set it to 0, then the back camera of the device will be displayed once the application will be opened. So now after selecting the description here, we are passing it here, and our camera controller object will be created. And then to display the live camera footage, we are calling this controller.initialize method, and it will gonna start the process of displaying the live camera footage inside our camera preview widget. And we have added this widget here as you can see. So now once the live camera footage will gonna start displaying on screen, the next step is getting the frames of that live camera footage one by one so that we can process each frame. And in our case we want to recognize the faces present in that frame if user have registered any faces. So in order to get the frames of that live camera footage, in this callback we are using this controller.startImageStream method, and inside it for each frame of the live camera footage we will get an image object which is actually a camera image. So now this block will be executed for each frame of the live camera footage, and here we can process the frame or recognize the faces present inside it. But for now in this block we got this code. So what is the purpose of this code? So as this block will be executed for each frame of the live camera footage, so inside it firstly we got an if condition, and that if condition is checking that if this isBusy variable is equal to false or not. So we created this isBusy variable here, and by default it is false. So now when this block will be executed for the first frame of the live camera footage, this variable will be false and we will enter into this if check, and then we are setting this variable to true, and after that we are assigning that frame to this frame variable and calling this do face detection on frame method. And we have this method here, and for now in this method we are performing nothing. But later we are going to add the code for performing face detection and face recognition in this method. But for now we are only setting this isBusy variable to false inside this method. So the purpose of this isBusy variable is to ensure that only one frame of the live camera footage will be processed at once. Because here when for the first frame of the live camera footage this method will be called, we will enter into this check, but then we are setting this isBusy variable to true. So now when for the next frame of the live camera footage this method will be called, here this isBusy variable will be true and we will not going to enter into this check. And we will only going to enter into this check once this isBusy variable will be set to false again. So basically here we are ensuring that once we will start processing a frame of the live camera footage, we are not going to take the next frame until the processing of previous frame is finished. And the reason for this thing is there are number of frames even in a single second. So we cannot process each frame of the live camera footage inside our application because the processing power of mobile devices is quite limited. So here we are ensuring that we will take one frame of the live camera footage and set this variable to true, and after that we are going to process that frame, and in our case we are firstly going to pass that frame to our face detection model and detect the faces, and after that we are going to pass those detected or cropped faces to our face recognition model to recognize them. So this thing will gonna take a little bit of time, and until the processing of that frame is completed, we are not going to set this variable to false, or in other words, no frame will gonna enter into this jack. So this is the variable is for ensuring that only one frame of the live camera footage will be processed at once. And now inside our next lecture, we are going to start the process of face detection and face recognition with the live camera footage. But for now, you have seen the code of this Flutter application, that in this application we are displaying the live camera footage and then we are getting the frames of the live camera footage one by one.